What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 5 of the Flip the World podcast. How's everybody doing? June 27th in Houston. Shout out DJ Screw, Screwed Up Click. Let's get into it. Welcome in. A lot going on in the world of reselling. Hope everybody is having a great summer slowdown. First off, I got in my notes here. It says that I have to apologize to Dave and the Trash to Cash podcast. Dave needed me, and in his time of need, I was not there. He was just hanging on for dear life. He just needed somebody to grab his hand, and I wasn't able to do that. And I don't know if I'll ever be back in his good graces. But I can sincerely apologize for not having notifications for social media turned on my phone because it's quite annoying. But I did give him my cell phone, so this could possibly never happen again. So Dave, again, buddy, I'm sorry. Now, I would like to also discuss Dave, Carrie, and I guess we'll throw Kevin in there as well. Saying that what I'm doing is not considered a podcast. Now, it's 2023, and I know there's a lot of confusion on what anything is anymore. But if I tell you that my show identifies as a podcast, you must accept that it is a podcast, regardless to any biological or scientific developments or history. It is a podcast. Respect my identity. Okay. What's going on to everybody in the chat? Hope y'all are having a great freaking day. It is Tuesday, so as you know, it's our day off from the bins. So we like to just chop it up, have some good times, have some laughs. If you do have any reseller questions or anything you want to blow off steam about, this is your moment. You have my full undivided attention. I'm not having to hold things up. I'm not having to pay attention to if the cops are here or if anything's going on around me. I am 100% focused on you guys and the podcast. Now, I always do bring some show notes just so I can talk about it. Of course, I do have my producer, Devin, who is taking care of everything behind the scenes. Shout out to him. And let's get going. What's up, Devin, Amy Thompson, Crystal Beulah, which is Silver Seller. What's going on? Hope you guys are having a great day. I see there's some more people, maybe a little shy, maybe don't want to say hi in the comments, but I do appreciate you guys. So let's do a bins recap. Last week we did pretty decent numbers. I want to say I can go back and look at it. So Monday was right at 1,973, 1,100 on Wednesday, 986 on Thursday, and 1,013 on Friday. So of course those are just gross numbers, but pretty good week for going 4 times. So we're doing it. We're doing our thing. Again, that's all thanks to you guys. ATL Flippers in the house. What's up? You guys have been doing your own thing. I see with them storage units. You got some finding some drugs, some paraphernalia, some good items. I mean, I don't know what the street value is on vintage cocaine and marijuana, but you know, I'm sure it's pretty high. I bet the sold comps are through the roof. So hopefully you made some money on that deal. I'm just kidding, guys. Full disclosure. We did actually on the 18th, since we're doing the bins recap or our last week recap, on the 18th, we did actually hit a milestone for Flip the World. We did $100,000 in gross sales on Whatnot since January 1st. Our goal for the year that I have on my dry eraser board for 2023 is 150K gross. So already hitting 100 in 6 months means we should be able to knock that goal out of the park. Again, I would be an idiot if I said it was not because of people showing up and purchasing and supporting the Flip the World Army and taking care of us. So again, that milestone is also a milestone for you guys. So thank you for always supporting and giving us our money, giving us your money. It does really help. Any tips or tricks to make it through the summer slowdown? Really, what you want to do is concentrate on selling the items that people want and demand during the summer. This is not when you're going to be, and this again is just speaking for other platforms other than Whatnot, just your standard traditional platforms. You're going to want to be selling summer items. You're not going to want to be selling jackets. You're not going to be wanting to sell like sweaters and things like that. You're going to be looking for more summer wear. Obviously, whatever is currently trending is always going to be something to look out for. But you're going to want to try and find those summer items that will move fast for you. And if you can find them in an abundance, like if you can get a lot, maybe sell it for slightly under what everyone else on the platform you are using is selling it for, and that will help move it a little bit faster. So let me see. Talking about the bins again. So we had about 10 kids, and I always say kids. These are grown adults. These are men, age range from 18 to 25. I still call them kids because when I was in that age range, I was still doing a lot of dumb stuff. They got banned from our bins for 6 months because they were shooting dice for money with an officer present. So shout out to them for ruining their capital, ruining their business for the next 6 months, I guess you'd say. They're going to have to hopefully learn from this and come back stronger. That really sucks, but you know, the price of admission, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Also, I would be horrible if I didn't share with you guys a little sneak peek behind the curtain into our lives outside of reselling. So this weekend on Saturday was the record release show for my band. That is our record right there. I want to say this is the 6th album since 1997. This one was written during COVID. It's called The Therapy Sessions, and each song is actual about a different mental issue that goes unnoticed in the country. That happens to a lot of people. So each song, it's about a different mental issue and the trials and tribulations of that. Pretty proud of the record. So we had our record release show in San Antonio. Guys, this is a clip of what I've been doing since I was like a teenager. And I still think I got the moves. But here's just a little clip so you guys can see what we do. Yeah, that's an old song. We usually end the show with that, called Tested and True. As you can see, our singer is a very large El Salvadorian who makes very awesome lyrics. Has been doing it for a long time. Yeah, that was me at the end. Javelina Flips, what's going on? Yeah, well, other than selling on Whatnot, we dabble in raising 8 children, and I'm still connected to the hardcore heavy metal music scene here in Texas. So that was really cool to do a record release show in San Antonio. Just made it a day trip, went there, hung out, did the show, came back home. And yeah, that's one of the things that goes on outside of reselling. I got some funny show notes. Sorry, guys. I'm like looking at what I wrote down to talk about for the week. Of course, it wouldn't be Flip the World anything if I didn't talk about Titanic 2, Rich People Zero. If you know what I'm referring to, it's the Ocean Gate sardine can, because I don't think you could actually call that a submarine, that exploded, that the whole world was captivated about. Now, yes, obviously, it doesn't matter if they were rich or poor. Obviously, they were very rich, but uh, they did. They gone. They bye bye. And what boggles my mind about this is you're a billionaire. You're a billionaire. That means like you could spend ridiculous amounts of money every day for the rest of your life and still never be poor. And when I watched the video of him showcasing the submersible, he was talking about how we got some of these parts from Camping World, and this is just a logistics wireless controller for a Xbox or a PlayStation. And I'm just like, you have all this money and you're building this as cheap as possible. I mean, what could happen, right? I mean, what could happen? You don't test it out. You don't test it out on animals or poor people first, like the government does. You're like, you know what? Let's charge 250 grand and throw some rich people in this bad boy. Take it to the bottom and let's see what happens. Well, it was not good. So the question comes, and again, this is just the way my brain works, guys. I'm always looking for the joke. I'm always looking for the punchline in life. You guys remember Heaven's Gate? Do you guys remember Heaven's Gate? It was the cult where the leader and everyone believed that aliens were going to come and they were all going to take them up in their spaceship on a giant rock. And they all wore black sweats with Nike decades. They all wore Nike decades, which are now like impossible to find and worth a lot of money. That was Heaven's Gate. And now we have Ocean Gate. So we've covered the tops of the heavens and the bottoms of the sea. I just want to know, was everyone on Ocean Gate wearing the same shoe? And if they were, can you please tell us what they were? Because as a reseller, the value has got to be going through the roof right now. It imploded. And it imploded at, they say, 375 megatons or whatever the hell tonnage they use. But literally just, you don't got to worry about suffering. It was over before it began. I just want to know what kind of shoes they were having on, what kind of shoes they had on, and if we could maybe figure that out so we, as a reseller, could go out and purchase and hike the price up on that. Because we're all horrible people. Resellers are horrible people. So I just want to capitalize on horrible things that happen because that's what we do as resellers. Hopefully you guys can take the sarcasm, but I know some people watch this and are not going to understand that. Judging by the last episode comment section, where there's all kinds of people calling Harry Tornado racist. I got to go back and watch it. I never watched these again, but I got to go back and watch it and see what he said that made people go crazy in the comments. I mean, I love it because it's great for content. It's great for views. It pushes the algorithm, but there is a lot of comments towards Harry, and I the nicest guy on planet always gets shit on the most. So when you're like me and you're just not a nice guy, nobody ever poops on you unless you ask them to. And I rarely ask people to poop on me. So I didn't put out the IG topics yesterday because I forgot. So if you have any topics, again, any topics, and you're in the chat, let me know. Let's talk about some stuff. I do have some sponsors. So as you know, it does say on there that this is a paid promotion. So let me go ahead and throw you one right freaking now. Guys, don't worry. It's not going to be me reading it. I've already read it. Let me just get to it and show you how awesome it is. Listen up, Flip the World Army. Flipped is the modern sales and inventory management tool that all resellers need. It was specifically designed for resellers to be used on any selling platform: eBay, Poshmark, Depop, Mercari, Facebook, and whatnot. If you are a first-time reseller or a seasoned professional, Flipped is for you. Never guess when it comes to your business's numbers. With Flipped, you'll be able in real time to check out profit and loss data. They have a tool for death pile analysis and aging inventory reports, and a lot more. It's for Apple and Android, phone and tablet, and you can click the link in the description today and try it out for free. Use the links, tell them Flip sent you. Flipped. Get it. Whoo-hoo, that boy fancy right there. That boy fancy. If you've ever wondered why I wear a head wrap or a bandana when I am on a live stream, it is because if I wear a hat, you see how the boom, everything's dark. So it's all for aesthetic lighting, guys. It's all in aesthetics for lighting. I'm trying to make the best possible viewing experience for you that I can. And so that is why I adorn the head shroud for you. So someone said it was in regards to Hustling Hooks doing an impression of a seller of a different nationality. Well, here's the thing. A dean is a seller from a different nationality. So are we at the point in society where someone can't make up a fake personality? I hope not. I mean, I know it's a very small percentage of people that usually the loudest person is usually the smallest percentage. So I know it's a small percentage of loud ass people on social media that get the most attention. And those people are the ones saying that it's not okay. But as somebody that's grown up with comedy, watching cartoons have been known for, I mean, Bugs Bunny did impersonations and he's a rabbit. I mean, I'm hoping everybody realized that Bugs Bunny wasn't a real person, that rabbits can't talk. But who gives a shit? I'm sorry. I mean, I know I probably shouldn't cuss, but it's my show. I mean, I was upset as being a lifelong Simpsons fan when the woke community found out that the guy that's been voicing a poo for 27 years was white. And they're like, this can't be. Why can't it be? I just saw on Reddit that they are actually considering Tom Hanks. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but Tom Hanks is Caucasian. That's a fancy way to say white. As playing Martin Luther King Jr. in a biopic. What? Don't know if it's a hoax or not, but there's definitely a very large Reddit thread about it. Seriously, I think we've gotten so far astray on the BS that we've focused more on the things that are different about people than the things that are similar. And one thing that I can pretty much guarantee about every walk of life and every nationality, race, ethnicity is we all like to laugh. Okay? Okay? So everybody just chillax. Anyway, he should have done a personality of a black guy from the hood. That would have been amazing. Amazing. This like 6'9" Bosnian dude doing a black guy from the hood. Chef's kiss. I probably would promote that way to the max. But anyway, if you guys are here, I know you guys aren't sensitive. You know what's up. If you're coming to a Flip the World podcast, you guys are not, you're not thin-skinned. But yeah, how many people are currently seeing a drop in sales? I know that, I know Devin mentioned summer slowdown, and I know it's something that's monetized and people talk about it every summer on YouTube. It becomes a huge topic. Again, I think it's a small number based off of what you sell as a reseller. Obviously, if you're a full-time reseller of snow gear, you might see a slowdown in the summertime. But you've learned over the years, especially if that's what you sell in, to adjust and make decisions with your business that are not going to have that happen. But what Dropping sales and so many more scammers. Yeah, there's a ton of scammers on every platform now. I'm seeing rumblings of different ways people are scamming on Whatnot. You have to be very careful, especially if you're a new reseller. I tell so many people, especially friends that reach out and they're like, I love what you're doing. I watch your stuff. I'm going to get into this. I just created an eBay account. And I was just like, hey, you're going to get so many people messaging you about your items and how they want to pay more, and they'll send you gift cards and all that. Um, it's hard for a new reseller, like because of all the scammers. But I don't want that to deter people, because I still think this is the easiest way to make money that legally that you can do, especially if you have a full-time job and you just want to make some extra money. I think reselling is the easiest thing you can do on the planet to make extra money. If you get to that point where you can do it full time, obviously you've figured out the tips and tricks to make it work. But I think reselling is still the easiest thing in the world. Yeah. So Harry, I did a short a while ago where I think I opened up the short by saying, this is how you can make $100 the legal way. And it just goes about going to the bins and finding some items to flip for money. And he commented, it said, I'd like to see you do one where you make $100 the illegal way. And so, I mean, hey, challenge accepted, my friend. I will shoot it. It will not be good, but I will make $100 illegally, and I will put your name on it, my friend. Reselling is becoming more fun. Of course, kids are out for summer. They've seen a million TikTokies and Instagram stories, and they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna hustle," and that's great. I think entrepreneurial spirit is amazing. I think everybody should try it. I know that a large number of people do not have the mindset to be an entrepreneur. I know that a lot of people just have that 9 to 5 mentality, which there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with just going to work and earning a paycheck and being secure and being safe, because there is stress and anxiety and mental fatigue and all kinds of things that come with being an entrepreneur, owning your own business, running your own thing. And some people just don't want that stress. And I completely understand it. Completely. But I still think everybody should try it. It's teaching. It's a teaching moment. It teaches you a lot about yourself, what you can handle. It teaches you how to interact with people. It teaches you about learning how economics, how the world works. Um, but I love it. I could not see myself ever doing anything else. Um, Even if I went strictly content creator only, it would still be something that had to do with reselling or sales or flipping. I love the challenge of, what can I sell this for? What can I do? I love sales, and that's really all this is. And what I'm trying to do with Whatnot is I'm selling my personality in return for the items. So when people are bidding on my items, yeah, they're bidding on what the item is, but I think sometimes they bid things up, or they'll pay more than maybe what the sell through rate on another platform is saying, because I'm selling myself and my entertainment value. At least that's how I tell it in my mind. I'm like, oh man, these people are buying this stuff because you're amazing. And that's just a little, self loathing thing that I have. Not going to lie. But you also have to have good stuff. And I see a lot of people still complaining about, Whatnot, and how they're struggling. And I know there's forums out there. Again, I'm not on Facebook. And I don't have a Discord, because I'm into Discords and I don't even know how to maneuver inside of them. It's just like nerd links, and I don't understand how they work. But there is so much information, and maybe not so much on Whatnot, because it's still very new, but there's a lot of great YouTube content on best ways to get started and continue to grow as a streamer. And I think, again, as I've screamed from the mountains forever, the main focus has to be the people in the stream and not the item you're selling, and doing the things to promote on the platforms that you've already been on, because you've already developed a core base of people on those platforms, and you just need to explain or show or prove to them that moving to this other one is beneficial. Nobody says cooter anymore. I don't know why I wrote that in my notes, but it literally says on my phone for my show notes, nobody says cooter anymore. Did anybody ever say that? Is that just a country word that I used? Is that just a country word that I learned growing up, and then no one uses it anymore? If you don't know what that word is, then don't worry about it. That means it's obviously an obsolete word. Yeah, that's my Trill Burger box. Today's June 27th. You know, Trill Burger, Bun B, UGK for life. They're doing it big. All the money. They've got a big pokey combo. Big pokey recently passed. They're doing a big pokey combo. You get the OG triple cheeseburger, fries, and then you're getting a big pokey exotic pop with a double cup. All that money's going to Big Pokey's family. Of course, it's June 27th, which is a huge celebration of Houston rap culture in Houston. The Screwed Up Click, DJ Screw. That's what I opened the podcast with. Yeah, I see Trillburger down in the lower left. Yes, it is all it's cracked up to be. So probably, first off, they got voted best burger in America by Good Morning America. So it's not like Texas voted them. They actually traveled to competition and won. But it's amazing. Now I can't tell you about the meat burger because I don't eat meat, but the vegan burger, 11 out of 10. I'd give it an 11 out of 10. Now Stacy had the regular burger, and I told her, I asked her, I was like, hey, 0 out of 10, what is it? And she goes, what if it's above 10? So it actually is really, really good. Very simple. They make them all the same way. You don't have to, it's not complicated. They all come the same way, but it's definitely worth it. We were going to actually try to go today, but then I realized what day it was. And I was like, the line is going to be so freaking long. They just got into NRG Stadium where the Texans play. So they're going to be selling them there. They got into was it BBC or the BB? I don't know, wherever the fake American Houston soccer team plays. Soccer in America is so lame. I mean, soccer in general is lame, but soccer in America, Jesus. But anyway, they're in that stadium, and I don't think they're at the Minute Maid Park for the Astros yet, but they are working it. But yeah, definitely worth it. I mean, it's so good I kept the box. Obviously, I wanted the box. It's a legend right there. It sucks because when we went, he wasn't there, but he was there the day before and the day after. So I was pretty bummed out about that. But it is what it is. Also, I'm looking over to my side here and I see this Don't Mess with Texas hat. And it just reminded me, guys, Junk Monkey. Not only did I do his podcast and he gave me this hat, he mailed it to me. It's a vintage Don't Mess with Texas hat. I absolutely love it. I'm obsessed with hats. But he also has the thank you card that I started, has to be more than 2 years ago, where I purchased something from Harry Tornado. And of course, he sent a thank you card that he had signed. I had an idea to sign it and then start an auction on eBay. All the money raised would go to a charity. Of course, it went to a dog charity because I love dogs. And in hopes that another reseller would buy it, add their signature to the card, pick a charity, and keep this going. So here we are over 2 years later. Junk Monkey has the card. It has a ton of signatures from different resellers from all over the United States on the card. He has currently got the auction running right now on eBay. And I want to say, actually, I don't have to say. I can actually look and tell you right now because I was outbid on the damn thing, which is fine. That's great. The current bid is, where is it? There we go. Current bid is at $68. I know you guys can't see that. Let me turn the thing down. There we go. It is at $68 and there's 2 days and 6 hours left. So it's a reseller thank you card. And again, it has been signed by so many freaking resellers. That's my signature. That's my storage finds. Michelle, Mama Flipper, Joey Bada Bing, Jiggly Thrift, of course, Harry Tornado. All kinds of people have signed it. And I'll post the link in the description or in the comments if you guys want to go check it out. At least follow it. All the money that he raises is going to go to St. Jude's Children's Hospital. So just another thing awesome going on. After almost 2 years, that card is still in circulation, still getting money to different charities, and it's pretty badass, I think. Let me see. What's the best time to sell a Wii system? Anytime, in my opinion. All game consoles seem to be consistently selling all the time. Now, the best way to sell it, in my opinion, is going to be to bundle it with games, maybe throw in extra controller, maybe throw in a guitar for like, a guitar in a game. You're going to want to pair it to where somebody, yours is going to look better than every other person's system on the market. So if I'm looking for a Wii and I see two people selling Wii systems and one person's comes with like a game and an extra controller and the other person's doesn't, it's just the console and like the original controller, I'm probably going to get the bundle because that way it's ready to play and I can have, nobody plays systems by themselves, not a Wii. Nobody plays a Wii by themselves. You get the Wii so you can engage with another person. So you want two controllers. So I always look for the best value, the best bang for my buck. So I would pair it with games. I would pair it with an extra controller or something like that. Yeah, you guys should smash the like button. That would be really important. It's technically fourth quarter Grandma Addicts. Oh, yeah. Christmas time. But yeah, definitely on that, go for bundles. Go for bundling. I always do that. When I used to sell electronics on eBay, VCRs, combo players, I would actually include a DVD or a VHS with it. Even if it's not, I don't know who the buyer is going to be into, but you just pick something that's like everyone kind of at least would watch, like a Disney movie. You throw in one of those Black Diamond Disney movies that are worth $9 million. Hell, throw a Beanie Baby in too. Tell them they're going to be millionaires. But in all seriousness, I would add like a DVD, or maybe you would add those, the triple color cables. I can't remember what the hell they're called. You just add a pair of those. You can get those in bulk super cheap off of Amazon, and you just include it. That way, when they get the item, they don't have to like, oh crap, I don't have the cables. Boom, everything's ready to go. I've made it nice and convenient for the buyer. They're willing to spend the money to buy my item because everything is ready to go. Keep it simple. Do you see a bump in sales when you promote on Whatnot? Yes. So Whatnot has two promotion features now. And one of them is called, sorry, I had it pulled up and then I got it off. So the first one is called, make sure you guys are following on YouTube or Whatnot, by the way. Flip the World TX. Go live from the bins 4 days a week. Of course, if you're here. Sorry. The first one is called show promotion, where you get impressions for your show. So basically what that means is you tell them what budget and how long you want to do it, and they'll increase your total impressions when you go live. I can give you a little bit more detail based off of what they say. Show promotion is an easy-to-use tool that allows you to efficiently promote your live streams, maximizing the number of impressions. Simply set the budget and duration of your promotion and let Whatnot do the rest in terms of presenting it to the user viewing the show's categories. Our algorithm will optimize your show's appearance and sponsored spots on the feed to best allocate your budget. So basically what that means is they will put you in a specific order when people are looking through whatever category that you are in. So we obviously sell in women's, modern, and thrift. So if I'm promoting the stream, if anybody is looking in that category, based on how much money I've promoted, they will put me kind of like on eBay on the first page, on the second page, for when they're scrolling looking for shows to do. So I promote for, we do a 2.5 hour stream. I'll promote for 2 hours at like $4. So $8 total. And so far, that's all it's taken to get me really, really good promotion. Like a lot of people in the stream constantly. There's also one called a show boost. Now the show boost is only 15 minutes. And you basically bid for the top spot for the category you sell in, for Whatnot to focus all of the active buyers or that are looking in that category. They focus on your stream, but it's only for 15 minutes. So let's say I'm starting at 1 o'clock and there's someone else selling in the same category that's starting at 1 o'clock. They do the show boost at $5. I do the show promote at $8. I get top. So the first 15, when we both start at 1 o'clock, first 15 minutes, Whatnot is going to promote my show. Then after my 15 minutes, it's going to promote their show. So it's a battle for who gets the first 15 minutes, the first start of your show promoted. I like to be El Capitan. I want to have the most engagement possible in the first 15 minutes because me personally, it's like your first, it's when you first meet somebody. It's that first impression. I want to have the most eyes on me for the first 15 minutes because I want to be able to make the best impression to as many people as possible on why they need to follow and why they need to be in this stream. I think I'm very good at winning over people. Now, obviously, I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but I think for the most part, if I can get new people in my stream for the first 15 minutes, I can usually hook them in and catch them as hopefully lifelong members of the Flip the World Army. I got a note from Hassan, some word phrasings he uses to sell. Nice. I was going to ask about Whatnot too. What would you say are the best methods of promoting advertising? So me, it is number one, you have to. I will show you guys a million times until everybody is doing it. Because I've been calling out people that are like critical of Whatnot, but they're also not doing the things that I think are going to work better. Now, I'm not saying I'm like a guru, but I mean, hell, I am being flown to FlipCon to talk about my success on Whatnot. So maybe I know a little thing or two about it. 100K in six months. Maybe people should listen. But when you go to create your stream, so if you guys haven't seen, this is where you create your stream. Sorry if it looks weird. I'm showing you on my phone. You add your title. You'd have to add a description. I don't do that. You put your time and date, all this other BS. And then right here, it says update your thumbnail or upload a video. If you upload a thumbnail, which is just a still picture, maybe you made a Canvas, you went to Canvas and you made one and you put words on top of a photo. It says, join me live, 1 o'clock. That's great and all. You spend all this time making it and you're not going to be able to share it. And neither are the people that come to your stream. It has to be a video. It has to be a video. So you do a video, and then when you update this show only, because I've already done this. So now there's a share button. When I hit share at the bottom, you see how it comes up and it says IG stories. I just hit IG stories, and then it's going to say share video or share image. You can share the video. It takes longer, so I usually don't share the video. Boom. It automatically puts the video in my Instagram story, and it lets people know that my show is tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Not only can you share it to your social media, but other people can share it too. And that's what you want. How are you going to grow if other people aren't sharing your stuff? And if you're just using a picture, you're making it harder for your viewer, for your fans. I hate to have to use the word fans, but just for this current moment, I'll use the word fans. How are they going? You're making it harder for them to share that they enjoy your stream, because now they have to take a screenshot. They then have to copy the link. Then they have to go out of the program, go to Instagram, go to their stories, upload the photo, then hit the thing, then add the link. Why not make it simple? Why not make it easy for your people to help promote you? All they have to do is click the share button, click Instagram stories. It pulls up Instagram in their stories, and then they hit go, and it's done. And they can add if they want to be like my favorite stream to watch on Whatnot, whatever they want, but it promotes. So many people are not doing that, and it just makes me want to bash my head, not even the person's head. It makes me want to bash my head into a brick wall. I've never seen either option. Is only for specific categories. No. Oh, I'm sorry. You talking about promoting? Yes, promoting is new. It is. They've been doing it in beta, but it is. Let me see. It is only for sports, trading cards, women's fashion, men's fashion, toys and hobbies, and coins and money. Those are currently the only promotion tool categories. Which, I mean, that's a pretty broad spectrum. That's a lot, in my opinion. That's a lot. of the categories. I mean, I know there's an infinite amount of categories. Shipping is scary to me. Shipping in general or just on Whatnot? I see so many people get confused on Whatnot. Whatnot has got the most lenient shipping. Now, I'm not saying that if you're selling a 2-pound item, you put it at 8 to 11 ounces, because you are going to end up screwing yourself and or the buyer on having to take care of that extra. But they've made it so simple with the Smart Bundle. You get 5 pounds for $8.35. If somebody buys 10 pounds of stuff, it splits it into 2 5-pound shipments. $8.35, $8.35. Now, as a seller, does that suck? Because instead of 1 box, I'm now having to send 2 boxes, which means I'm using twice as much shipping supplies. Yes, but if you're selling on Whatnot, you're getting all your shipping supplies free from USPS anyway, using the large 12 by 12 by 8 box. You're using the 1095 box. You're using, and then I get my poly bags from Amazon, 100 for $15. If you guys need a link for that, I don't have an affiliate or anything. I'm not getting paid for it, but Amazon has the cheapest poly bags you'll find. I use 12 by 15. They have them in multiple colors, and it's $15 for 100. And I get them on my doorstep within 24 hours because I have Prime. But that's the best thing. Shipping is so easy on Whatnot. I think people just get wrapped up in it because a lot of the people in my stream will always be like, how do you know what the shipping weight is on when you're live from the bins? Well, we've been selling clothes for so many years now that I kind of know, but also I'm banking on the fact that people are going to come to my stream and buy more than one item, which means I'm going to get the bulk. I'm going to get the bulk shipping. So it always works out a little bit better. Yeah, I went and checked again for my stream, and I don't have either of those options unless I'm missing somewhere. Have you updated the app? You literally have to update your Whatnot app every single day, guys. If you haven't been updating, you literally need to update your app every single day. There's always something new. What category do you sell in? See, I'm not in Facebook groups, but that is a great way to share as well. What's the lowest amount of money you start an item on your show? So my show, I created a bingo game. So everybody in the Buy It Now, I have a bingo card that I created that has different things on it. Since I'm live from the bins, like if if there's a baby crying, if one of the employees, when they bring out the new row, has to tell people to get back behind the yellow line. I have a bunch of different things. If I do a side eye off camera, I start the next item at $1. That's typically the only time I start something at $1, except for the first item to start the show, just to get the ball rolling, to welcome everybody in. I'll start something at $1 to start the show. But typically, since I'm paying $1.99 a pound, I don't start anything for less than $3. And that's just because I have to cover the cost of the item and then hope that it sells for more than that. But most of the times, items that I'm going to start at $3, I usually bundle with other items that I would start at $3 to give people more bang for their buck. So I used to sell graphic t-shirts individually. Now we just do graphic t-shirt lot where you're getting 20 to 25 graphic t-shirts, and I'll start it at $18. So it's still less than $1 a shirt, but you're getting a deal. I'm still covering the cost of buying the item, and everybody's winner chicken dinner. The boxes is the scary part. No, boxes are super easy. So you see that one right there behind me off screen? That's the 12 by 12 by 8. That's the largest priority box you can get for free. It's the 12 by 12 by 8 box. Definitely order those. You can get, I think you can order 25 bundles of 25. So what is that? 250? What is that? 500 boxes? I don't know. Math is dumb. That's why I'm a reseller. I get the 1095 box, which is the self seal. And then I use the Tyflex or the Tyfex priority box or priority bags, which are like 12 by 16. I use those for small plush and things like that are over a pound, or jeans. Books, and I don't even know how to pronounce that word. What is that? Ephemera? What is that? Wow, man, I hate being stupid. Trading card category now can offer free shipping. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, actually, everybody can offer free shipping now. I would never in my life offer free shipping, mainly because I go live from the bins, but also because you're already getting such a freaking steal on the bundled shipping that it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It never made sense for me. I mean, I used to do free shipping on eBay until I realized that it doesn't make sense. Oh, old photo papers. Okay, cool. Oh, that's awesome. I know there's I see people selling old photos, like just black and white photos. They're not their family. They just like buy old photos at estate sales because people like to put up, like I got an old photo right there of Lou Gehrig and Babe Ruth, and Harry Tornado drew himself as a stick figure. This is actually my ancestors. That's the Hatfield clan from the Hatfield and McCoys. So that's also a black and white photo. That's Devil Anse Hatfield right there in the middle, who happens to be tattooed on my thumb. Ephemera. No, nice. Yeah, never free shipping ever anywhere. What's up, J Sig Flips? I imagine you're watching this while running 100 miles. Don't know how you do it. It's 103 degrees today here in Houston. We're under heat advisory. We're always under heat advisory. It's just ridiculous. And I cannot stress enough how much the heat actually drains my battery. I'm a heavy set fella. I'm of the very, very pigment free skin, and I have a beard. So yeah, I hate the sun. I hate the heat. I don't know why I live in Texas. Oh, wait, because it's the best country in the world. But also, I really do. I really, 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 really have to promote another sponsor. I know you guys love it so freaking much. And that's why I do it, because, they're paying me. So I got to talk about how good they are. So enjoy this, guys. Listen up, shoe resellers and foot connoisseurs. If you're taking pictures of shoes to list and you're not using shoe trees, it's like making love with a limp noodle. It looks unflattering and nobody's happy. Dealing with Dalton shoe trees are here for you. They're shaped like a foot to give you the appearance that someone is wearing the shoes, to accurately display the shoe. They're good for deep cleaning shoes. They give you something to push up against. And they're made of high quality materials and backed by some of the biggest shoe resellers in the game. Use code FLIPTHEWORLD, all caps, and you will get 10% off your order. Dealing with Dalton shoe trees, they're magical. Dealing with Dalton shoe trees, he's handsome by some. Oh, that jingle sells it every time. Ooh. What's up, Joe and or Nicole? How you guys doing? If you've ever had heat stroke, yeah, no. Luckily, I've never, ever had heat stroke, but yeah, it's the worst. It's the worst. It's just so hot. I usually have to carry 2 t-shirts everywhere I go in the summertime here in Houston. I think every big dude in Texas carries 2 shirts and a sweat towel. I don't carry a sweat towel. I don't get that crazy sweaty, but I do actually always usually have 2 shirts with me. Haven't run today. 100-degree run. Checking the mail. I just walk into the mailbox and back. I'm going to have to switch shirts. I had to switch shirts just to go on this stream because I was carrying all the packages out to the car for the post office. And I came back inside and I was like, welp, I got to change shirts. And that is just the beauty of this this hoax that they call global warming. It's not real. It's just always been hot. We've just become sensitive. We've just become sensitive to the sun. That's all it is. The ice caps are melting. No, they're not. The world's just trying to do what it's done forever and ever and ever, is make everything extinct and start over. 118 heat index today in Mississippi. Ugh. Although some spicy hot boiled peanuts on 118 heat index day does sound freaking amazing. Yesterday was like, I think the feel like here was 112, and we went and got some Indian food. So I was just like eating spicy curry, lentils, and just sweating profusely, just like loving every minute of it. It's the best. We got about 10 minutes, guys. If you have any questions, any topics, any thoughts, anything you want to get out, this is my 1 hour a week therapy session where I just, everything that I've written down in my phone, I try to get out. If you guys also want to use that time, if you don't want to pay for a therapist, you can do that. I will be the voice. Just write it. I won't give names, and we can just talk about anything. I've been annoyed at social media in the world forever, but Conspiracy theories are at an all-time high right now. So in the last 2 weeks, we've had the whole Russian coup-op. Did it happen? Is it real? Is it fake? We've had here in Texas, ERCOT. They voted that ERCOT can't be sued by the families that didn't receive power during the freeze, who's had family members die, because it is a national emergency power grid, and you can't sue that. We had the whole tin can that imploded at the bottom of the ocean, which the general consensus, can I just say this? Not that I'm a huge valuer of human life. If you know me, I'm very pro-death. I think there's too many people on the planet. I don't think COVID did enough. The general consensus on social media is that who cares that some rich people died at the bottom of the ocean? Like, nobody. I've seen more memes, jokes. I've seen more mean-spirited things, some funny, some not. The general consensus on social media seems to be that who cares? Rich people died. Whatever. A ship that had like 120 refugees sank and like 80 of them died, and nobody even talked about it. So yeah, rich people bad. I think that's kind of always been the narrative, though, with human evolution, right? Rich people bad. Struggling with 71 degrees in Indiana. Oh, probably because of the air quality. Oh yeah, the air quality. Red Mountain Resale joining the chat with 9 minutes left, but you made it. I appreciate you. Yeah, air quality does matter. Air quality is, if it's not hot but you can't breathe. Yeah, there you go, Slim Flipper. I will be doing I'll be doing a actual podcast interview directly after my stream with the Slim Flippers, and we'll be on their show as well. If you guys want I don't know how, I'm not good at selling myself, but if you want to be a sponsor of the Flip the World podcast, shoot me an email. There's my little email right there. If you have a podcast or a live show and you want me to come and talk some silliness, I would love to be it. I do enjoy talking about reselling and various other things. I am a man that likes to listen to his voice. I'll mourn the refugees over the people who paid to die. Yeah, exactly. So they knew. I mean, everybody saw. I don't know if you guys knew this, but there was a CNN special showing the Ocean Gate submarine, and the CEO literally talked about how he half-assed put it together. Like, he got the handles from Camping World. I've already said that at the beginning. And the joystick, and he made it a one push button system using just a little like push start from a lawnmower. Like, the fact that people could see how it was made and still be like, you know what, here's $250,000. I believe in this. Like, life is all about rolling the dice, my friend. And sometimes when you roll the dice don't roll back. And that's something we like, literally. I think Tim Dillon on his show said it, so I'll just quote him as best I can. He just said, we are all living our life in our own submarine, and one day it's going to implode. That's just the truth of life. We are all technically in a submarine right now. Just one day it's going to implode. We don't know when, we don't know how, but we still go out there every day and roll that dice. And, it is what it is. Suffering here in, is that Wisconsin from the Canadian wildfires? Oh, is California still on fire? I keep forgetting to check on California. I hate that state. There's a lot of great people there. The people aren't the problem. Some of the people are the problem. But California is like always on fire. Georgia trying to breathe through a wet towel. Yeah. The humidity is pretty horrible. Did Stacy ever get the other shoe from the woman? That's negative. And I will finish that story. So if you guys don't know, when we were live from the bin, Stacy went to the shoes, and she was literally in front of a pair of Nike Air Max. And when they said go, she grabbed the shoes, and then another lady came from behind over her, grabbed one of the shoes and yanked it, which caused the rubber band to break, and one shoe went, and then Stacy had the other. And then a worker was literally right there, and the worker was like, hey, she had those first, give her that shoe. And then the lady was like, you're just an employee, you're nobody, don't tell me who had what shoe first. I have this shoe, she can give it to me, I'm older, she has all her, look at all the stuff she has, I don't have anything. Played that whole little blah 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 game. So I just told Stacy, like, we made eye contact, and I was like, that's my, I did the throat slit thing, like, F that lady. I will buy that shoe and I will take a shit in it and I will leave it at the front of the store. So when she walks out, she can see that the shoe is right there. Cause that's how petty I am. So anyway, the rules of the bins are, if you both get a shoe, and at least how this works at our bins, and this lady is a regular. She's not a newbie. It wasn't her first day. The rules are, if two people have a shoe each, you flip for it. You pull out a coin and you flip for it. You get a third party to flip the coin. That way it's perfectly, everything is on the up and up. And she would have been able to pick heads or tails first because she's older, whatever. The lady's like, I'm not flipping a coin. You give me that shoe. I deserve the shoe because you have so much and I have nothing. Wah, wah, wah. So I was like, fuck it, we're buying the shoe. So when we were leaving, I just destroyed the shoe. Because I'd rather no one have it than her have it, because that's the level of petty that I am. So I destroyed the shoe. And you could hate me for it, but god dang it. It's just the way that I roll. Of all the items you found at the bins, what has been your biggest flip? We've sold a retina scanner for $1,500. Found a prosthetic leg that we sold for $650. Dang it, I put it back, and now the sound is going to ruin the podcast. I've been nice and quiet, no doors opening. Let me back up my roller chair for 2 seconds. I will show you my favorite find for the week. Favorite find for the week is this velvet vintage made in Mexico Black Panther. We have Elvis velvet paintings. We collect velvet paintings. We found this one at the bins yesterday, and I can already guarantee you this is going to be my find of the week. This is for personal. Pretty badass. But yeah, going back to that shoe, I actually have a Red Wing boot in the trunk of our car that is a memorial to when this originally happened the first time that I got into it with somebody, because I grabbed a pair of Red Wings and the guy snatched it out of my hand, which the rubber band popped me in my hand, which really upset me. And I was like, let's flip for it. He didn't want to flip. So I just bought it and I put it in the trunk of my car. And sometimes when I see him in the parking lot, I'll pull it out and I'll be like, hey, you remember this? Because that's just the kind of person I am. What were they doing? I don't watch the news. What were who doing? The submarine people? They went down to view the Titanic. They went down 13,000 feet to look at the Titanic in a Home Depot built submarine, and it imploded. Elvis Hawaii Black Velvet. Oh, that sounds pretty badass. Take a picture and tag Flip the World TX. If it's for sale, I might make you an offer. Found a secret rare shiny Charizard that I flipped for $1,500. That is amazing. The fact that I even know what you're talking about is amazing as well. That is awesome. Maybe I'm going to add that into the topics, guys. The best find of the week and what you guys have found. But I do need to wrap up. Again, I have to get on another show right after this. And then Tuesdays are kind of day off. I've got the shipping done. We'll get to the post office. And then we already hit the gym this morning. And we'll kind of do some things around the house. Maybe catch a little lunch or something. But this has been episode 5 of the Flip the World podcast. Remember, regardless of what Dave Trash to Cash says, it does identify as a podcast. Therefore, it is a podcast, and you must respect that it is a podcast. Next week, I'll try to remember IG topics. I post them on Instagram. Make sure you're following us on here. You're going to hit the thumbs up and all that good stuff. Guys, after this, I know you've been commenting in the comment section of the live stream. Please go to the actual video on YouTube and leave a comment as well. It really helps to push the podcast out into the whatnot world and let people know that there's another crazy guy talking about reselling and various other things. I heard you say you sometimes that you buy one really good shoe in hopes that it mates. Yeah. So another time we do that as well. Lately, since we have such a good relationship with the managers and stuff, is we'll just give it to them to put behind the glass in hopes that we find the other shoe. Um, but we used to actually sell a lot of shoes on eBay as amputee singles as well. But a lot of people at the bins do shoes. So usually when you find a single, you can actually walk around to those shoe people and just show them. And if they have it, they'll pull out theirs. And then that's when you do the coin flip and you pray that you win it. Because there's a lot of people. We all know the regulars that do shoes. So we'll walk around before we leave with the singles that we have and be like, do you have this? Do you have this? Do you have this? Oh, you do? Okay, cool. Let's flip a coin. Oh man, you win. Here you go. And do it that way. Because I mean, there's again, for regular people that know how the game works, it's no problem. If I lose the shoe, I lose the shoe. Because again, it's a flip of a coin. But like when someone goes out of their way to like be an ass, and then gets loud and tries to make a scene, or oh, you have this and I have this. At that point, it's just like, okay, I'll be the bad guy. I'm pretty good at it. So love you guys so much. Wait, that's not my hashtag. I can't. My regular hashtag I got from Walton and Johnson show, which was a great show that I used to listen to every morning when I was driving around working a real job, and they would always end their stream with saying, "Remember to eat it every day." And since that show doesn't Walton passed, so that show doesn't happen anymore, I kind of took that as my catchphrase: "Eat it every day." What's up, Swamp Picker? I see you. But then I heard somebody else, I was listening to a podcast the other day, and the guy just randomly said, everybody have a good day, stay positive, and whatever you do, put your thumb in somebody's butt. And I was like, what? Maybe I'm going to end my show that way. But maybe I'll leave that for Whatnot. Make sure you follow us, Flip the World TX on Whatnot, Flip the World TX on Instagram. Always thumbs ups on here. We'll have another episode every Tuesday at 1 p.m. Central. I got to get out. Thank you guys for hanging out, for coming into the chat and being so awesome and inviting and accepting me for all of my flaws that there are many of. You're the best. Take care.